Thank you, Kate. Yes, I'm here with Fabi. First of all, congratulations on your victory. And the first question was from commentators, from Kate, like, how did you manage to reset for today's game? How was your emotional roller coaster during this last rounds?
Yeah, yesterday was pretty bad. The issue is not only the result, but also that if I can't like mate in 4 moves, then it also I have no confidence in any of my games. Like,
so you started to doubt your skills, or what?
Yeah, today I thought, okay, my attack must be crashing through at some point, but I can't checkmate, so so I'm really struggling here. Yeah, yesterday I don't know, because it was actually a very nice game until like the last moment.
Yeah,
had a few of those recently. I think I just like maybe relax a little bit, or you know, it's a tense game, and then when I think it's over, I just like relax.
Which is
right before it's over. I mean, of course, like I saw basically 5 different ways to win, and actually like all my first intentions were winning. Like I thought, okay, Queen C6, G6, Queen E8, but then he can play Bishop D6, and okay, maybe the game continues a little too long. Then Queen B6, G6, Queen D8, I saw, and Bishop F6, and then I thought, okay, at the last second, Queen F6 immediately came to mind. Why not just Queen F6 immediately? Yes. And I played it like very quickly, and then right after I played it, Queen G8 just.
You were shocked, yes, at this moment.
And then maybe I could still like win, but I couldn't.
Yes, they showed this game. Yes, Yasser opened it. Yes, this moment was Queen F6. Yeah, and it was move 41. So
no, it was. I mean, anyway, with 8 minutes, even if I didn't reach the time control, it's still plenty. Like I saw every way to win. I just sometimes I think the game is over, and then I just like stop. Like all the tension kind of goes away, and then that's when I make some very, very serious mistake. But today, luckily, I didn't screw up the.
What did you say to yourself after this game was over? Like you came home, you saw everything. Like how do you actually manage your emotions at this moment?
Well, like luckily, I don't even have to check the game with an engine because I already knew how winning it was. So I don't even have to like. I don't have to think about, you know, what could have been, because obviously it's just like one more move and he resigns, basically. But yeah, maybe Wesley is just protected by a higher power. I don't know. I have to maybe accept like a degree of destiny if I don't win this position.
Yeah, you never know. Yes, what can help to any player. But today was a good day for you. You managed to defeat Hans. What looked from outside like quite a smooth victory. How was it for you?
Well, I think that he had an off day. I mean, clearly I surprised him in the opening, and it was a very good opening choice to play D6. Actually, like I was just having dinner with Grigori last night, and he reminded me that this line exists. I wasn't thinking of playing it, and then he reminded me that D6, it's a kind of a move, and it's a very double-edged one. Of course, this is, after Queen F6, a very risky position for black. There are some games after F5, D3, Queen F6.
And something like Knight G5 you have to play, or
Knight G5 was played by Fedoseev, I think even more than once, and it's very dangerous. The idea is like Knight H6, F4, just kind of breaking open everything.
Yeah.
But White also has like slow approaches, fast approaches. There's all sorts of. There's always Queen B3. It's always an option. There's always E takes a5 on every move. Castle, I didn't remember the move, but in general, I thought the idea of the line is that if White ever castles, then F4 is good for black.
Is it like variation for one game, let's say, or are you thinking?
We'll see.
Repeat. Yeah.
No, I was very happy with the position, but I was a bit surprised he kept pushing slowly on the queen side, because I thought maybe he plays instead of like A4, he plays Knight A3, D4, Knight gets to B5, and then I have to, for example, instead of B4, Knight to A3.
Let's move slowly. Yes, Knight
A3, and then, you know, very often I could put the king on D8, like Knight G7, Knight B5, King D8. It's not a bad thing to do, because the king is rather secure there, at least for the moment. But he can play D4, and the position is still complicated. I mean, my attack is very, very slow. We saw in the game it takes forever for black to actually checkmate, even with all the pawns forward and all the knights on the king side. Still there's no like very quick mate. So.
Yeah, but you managed, let's say, to advance all these pawns, and I was wondering at a certain point how easy for you was to decide what to do next, because like so many tempting moves like F3 or H4 or bring more pieces. So like, was it easy for you to find a straight line here?
Yeah, I just like once I decided that my knight on G5 is a great piece, then I kind of went for this G4 H5 plan. And yeah, when he played knight a3, I understood his idea is b6. But I didn't want to play, like I can prevent b6 by playing, for example, knight g6 instead of knight e6. Then he can't play b6. But then he plays knight c2, knight g6 here. He plays knight c2, knight gets to b4, and okay, the d5 square is still, it's a bit disruptive. I do remember my rapid game against Gukesh. It was a similar type of thing. Like, I have the kingside attack, but white does have the d5 square, and tactically, black is still, like, pieces are a bit shaky. So I thought that if I get c6, at least I never have to worry about the d5 square. So that's why I played knight e6, b6, and c6, which I think he was a bit surprised I allowed b6, but then after c6, at least, like, I was actually surprised he played knight d3, because I thought the knight on e1 defends the king side very well.
Yeah, and Yasser was always trying to catch some pawns here, there, and just, forget about the attack and get some material. Were you tempted also during the game, or you just was
not too much, no.
About the king?
Mostly I thought if the position opens, then my position can become very dangerous. So if I keep the center closed, I have the long-term attack. Yeah, after I got, like, bishop c4, I was also surprised he allowed it, and f3 I just thought I'm, like, slowly winning. Because how does he ever defend this position? I mean, he has no counterplay anymore. Yeah,
so there were some moves like d5 for you when the bishop was on a3, but I don't know if you even checked them.
I did think about it. Like,
yes.
After rook a1, d5.
Yes, somewhere here, or after rook e1, yes, here.
Yeah,
I think
d5,
it was on d5 instead of rook d8. But I just thought it's kind of dangerous, even though.
Yeah, ed5. I was kind of ed5, bishop a3, but I was just like knight e5. I don't know. I was a bit concerned.
Yeah, like you don't want to open your king, right?
I mean, I guess like anyway, my king stays on d8, I guess, and it's okay. But yeah, I like the slow plan of rook coming to h7. I thought it was winning slowly, and I don't know what he could have done better after, because like. This just looked totally lost. I was surprised he played queen b3 because that's like clearly lost. But let's say he plays bishop b6, I take on g3, take on h2, and then I sack my knight with knight f4 at some moment and completely crash through on the king side.
And the end, you managed to crash him. Fabian now +3 at the moment. I think Wesley is also like having some advantage in the position. What do you think about your chances 4 rounds to go? How does it feel after this victory?
I mean, before the rounds against Wesley and Hans, I thought, okay, 50% is a reasonable score in these 2 games. After I drew, I would say 50% is a great score in these 2 games. And now I'm reasonably happy because I did, of course, miss a huge chance yesterday, and it might come back to haunt me. I mean, Wesley's going to win, and obviously is always going to be in serious contention now. But anyway, it's a good situation. I'm very happy with today.
Yep, so far so good. Thank you so much for joining us today, and all the best of luck in the next rounds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our congratulations as well.